Just 1 minute ago, devastating new details were revealed by Ron Howard, and the news has deeply shaken fans, colleagues, and the entire Hollywood community. Ron Howard, the gentle, soft-spoken storyteller whose career spans from The Andy Griffith Show to some of the biggest films of the modern era, has always appeared calm, steady, and unshakably optimistic. But the reality he has just shared is far darker, far heavier, and far more heartbreaking than anyone ever imagined. Behind the success, behind the glowing reputation and award-winning films, Ron Howard has been dealing with a quiet storm that has now reached an emotional breaking point. Sources close to the legendary director say he has been struggling with overwhelming stress, health concerns within his family, and the emotional collapse that can happen when someone who has carried everything for everyone else finally runs out of strength. Howard, who has spent his entire life in front of or behind a camera, has admitted that he is now facing challenges that even he cannot direct, control, or rewrite. The devastating news centers around a series of personal hardships that have been building for months. Those near him say that Howard has become increasingly withdrawn, overwhelmed by the pressure of juggling multiple productions, family responsibilities, and the expectations placed on him after a lifetime of excellence. He has reportedly been dealing with exhausting burnout, severe emotional strain, and the painful realization that he can no longer keep up with the relentless pace that defined his career. The man who once guided massive film sets with confidence is now struggling just to maintain a sense of normalcy in his daily life. What makes this development especially heartbreaking is Ron Howard's history of resilience. From the moment he entered Hollywood as a child, he learned to handle fame, pressure, and responsibility well beyond his years. He became a symbol of dependability, someone who never faltered, never complained, and always delivered. Yet this same lifelong strength is now working against him. Friends say Howard pushed himself far too long without rest, believing he could handle everything the way he always had. But time has caught up with him, and the result is an emotional crash that has left him more vulnerable than ever. Another devastating detail is the toll this struggle has taken on his personal life. Those close to Howard say he has been forced to cancel appearances, delay projects, and step back from important commitments, not because he wants to, but because he physically and emotionally cannot continue at the pace he once managed. For a man who has spent his entire life creating worlds, telling stories, and leading with quiet confidence, this forced slowdown feels like a painful loss of identity. Hollywood insiders describe the situation as a wake-up call. Ron Howard is not just a director. He is a cornerstone of modern filmmaking, a storyteller whose work shaped generations. To hear that he is struggling so deeply has sent shockwaves through the industry. Fans are expressing disbelief, sadness, and support, knowing that the man who brought warmth, hope, and heart to so many films is now facing one of the darkest chapters of his own life. As more details continue to unfold, one thing is clear. Ron Howard has revealed a truth that he has hidden for far too long. And today, the world is seeing the heartbreaking weight he has been quietly carrying behind the scenes.